Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Mnemonic, Olivier, National Theatre, London. Verdict: memorable. There are a few shows more difficult to describe, and even fewer that have left a deeper impression on me, than Complicite Theatre Company's magical, mercurial and groundbreaking 1999 production, Mnemonic, now being revived for its 25th anniversary at the National Theatre. On the face of it, it's a simple setup featuring an everyman Londoner called Virgil, who's preoccupied with the frozen corpse of a 5,000-year-old Neolithic man discovered in the Italian Alps in 1991. But it's also about the lonely Virgil's efforts to reconnect with his partner Alice, who has gone AWOL in search of her Lithuanian father, following her mother's death. Created by the great nonconformist actor-director Simon McBurney, it's an archaeological odyssey excavating many themes. It attempts to connect the modern and Neolithic worlds, but also investigates the mystery of memory, evolution, and human consciousness itself. Most delightfully, it carries all that very lightly and even starts with a stand-up routine. In this, the Anglo-Egyptian performer who plays Virgil, Khalid Abdallah, explains some of the nuts and bolts of memory, including how people with memory impairments can struggle to imagine the future. Abdallah is a warm, self-effacing performer whose Virgil is exasperated with the bereaved and befuddled Alice, Eileen Walsh. But he also shows resilience and vulnerability, spending much of the 2-hour performance stark naked, as he doubles in the role of the Iceman, whose life and death are reconstructed by the late archaeologist Conrad Spindler. Spindler is played with wry detachment by the orotund Tim McMullen, and there are nice comic touches throughout, including Kostas Philippoglou as a peripatetic Greek taxi driver. McBurney's production moves at the speed of thought as one idea or image overlays another in a show that pioneered so much of the theatrical invention we take for granted today, whether it be a hand flapping in a trouser pocket to indicate wind on a mountain, or the dust tossed in the air to show the soul releasing the Iceman from his glacier grave. A soundtrack relays the buzz of the city and the hum of nature, or continues actors' voices after they've finished speaking, giving an uncanny sense of displacement in time and space. But alongside plastic curtains carrying blurry projections of trains, labs, and blizzards, the show turns on a simple chair that collapses to become a puppet Iceman. After 25 years, the production has lost the shock of the new, but retains the pleasure of enchantment. Wouldn't it have been even nicer, therefore, if the National Theatre had asked McBurney to do something different? Alma Mater, Almeida Theatre, London. Verdict: Me Too moral maze. Alma Mater at Islington's Almeida Theatre is a much more familiar moral maze, investigating the fallout from an allegation of rape at an unnamed Oxford college. Written by Australian playwright Kendall Fever, it concerns fresher student Paige, who is assaulted on her first night and has her case taken up by an older #MeToo student warrior called Nikki. The trouble is, the student's moral universe is not shared by the college's new principal, Joe, a provocative former journalist brought in to provide street cred. But when her colleagues hang her out to dry and the mother of the accused launches a crusade against the university, she's forced to choose between her sympathies and her principles. The show had been due to open 2 weeks ago, but was recast with Justine Mitchell playing Jo, after Leah Williams became suddenly ill. Understandably still carrying a script, Mitchell navigates her character's moral ambivalences craftily, as the story enters a political minefield, asking when isolated assaults can be said to constitute a rape culture. Although these dilemmas need to be screwed down more firmly in Fever's character-driven script, the play has some of the tragic potential of escalating stakes in Greek drama, as the witty and passionate Jo proves fatally open-minded. Liv Hill catches the impressionable vulnerability of Paige, trapped in her own social justice campaign, while Phoebe Campbell as her champion tiptoes adeptly around woke stereotyping. There are nice turns too from Natalie Arman and Nathaniel Parker as Joe's fair-weather colleagues, as well as cold rage from Susanna Wise as the avenging mother. Polly Find.